Hey, what's up, everyone? Ryan Cramer of PingPong Payments and, of course, Crossover Commerce coming at you live from my home, not at Prosper, but I have a very special guest with me. You know, this is a big time of year, and actually, these last couple of days have been fantastic because we've had the ability to come together as a community in the e-commerce world and be able to come for the first live event, what seems like almost a decade. Not really a decade, but you know what I'm getting at. It almost seems like 16 months or so, however long this lockdown has been, it's not been the same. And lucky enough, I have a team on the ground at the first live event in the United States, what seems like major event, I should say, and that is Prosper 2021. Again, it's been happening for the last 2 days. Today's day 2. It's been going on from July 13th through 15th. And you can actually catch PingPong at booth 2137, believe it or not. So that being said, I wanted to get my boots on the ground there virtually and kind of get the gauge at what's like there on the ground in that event environment. So I have actually a special guest today, Joe Corral of PingPong Payments. He's going to be hopping on with me today, and he's going to be talking about what it's like being in person again. Joe, what's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, how are you, Ryan? Good to hear from you. And yeah, excited to be here. It's been a great few days. We're right next to some really great booths and really enjoying the energy. And just really happy to be here.
Yeah, Joe. So this is the first event that we've had going on in person, and it's actually in Las Vegas. So what better place to have a specific event when you get to actually network with the people in the Amazon and e-commerce world? What's that been like just to get to interact with people, shaking hands, and engaging with people again?
Oh, it's really been a game changer. We've had a lot of these Zoom and virtual meetings, and although those are fantastic, it's really great to be face to face with people, really hearing kind of what they've been going through this past year, their experiences, and also just kind of discussing a lot of quick things that you normally take a few emails or a few Zoom meetings in a matter of minutes. So it's been a win-win for everyone, and really nice to be face to face again.
That's awesome. So how many people are at the event this year? Like, have they told you like numbers or statistics on how many people are walking through the door?
I've heard a few numbers floated around 6,000 to 10,000, although I'm not sure of the final count that came in. But, since the day it started, it's been, packed. The floors have always been active and very crowded. And during the breakout sessions, it's almost impossible to find room to walk at some places. So it's been really
Oh my gosh. So have you been able to break away from the booth itself? Like at Prosper showed that there's all these learning tracks and educational tracks from people who are either industry experts or also service providers. What's it been like? Have you been able to interact outside of just the booth itself, or what's that been like in that regard?
There's been some great sessions that we've been able to overhear. It's right next door, so between just kind of making a few trips and walking the grounds, you can hear a lot of that transition is helping businesses grow out of the pandemic. And as they're doing so, some of the issues or kind of questions they may run into that. So a lot of overlap, everything from expanding globally and how to do that to compliance and VAT. I know it's been a really big reoccurring theme. So all of areas that we can help with. So it's been really great to kind of be like, hey, look, come talk to us. This is an experience we can help you with and make that process as smooth as possible.
Awesome. And you've been with PingPong for a year now, and this is the first time you've actually maybe even met some of our own employees. I haven't met a single employee yet in person yet, but I'm a little jealous. So what's that been like to even just get to know certain individuals or, employees of the company you've been working for almost a year?
That's exactly it. We see all of our coworkers, for hours a day, sometimes a bit more. We talk to them a bit more than their own families during the day. And so it's really great to, see everyone in person. We've been able to spend some quality time with, our directors, Chris, Matt, and our manager, Arjun. So, it's been really great. You see the other half of the person, but also get to talk about things that aren't ping pong and everything related to it. And it's been really nice. Yeah.
That's awesome. So what's been the most surprising thing about an in-person event? Has there been a connection that you've made already that has been already impactful, or what are those conversations like in person when they're coming up to you?
That's a great point, Ryan. One thing I have noticed about this conference is the collaborative mentality of a lot of the vendors here. So, I've been in kind of e-commerce for a while, in payment processing. And so I know that sometimes competitors can be a bit cutthroat. But here it seems a lot more of a collaborative environment. There's a lot more overlap. Maybe sometimes the business size is one better for one company than the other. And there's just been a lot of really good collaborative efforts to, help the actual sellers. Because when they sell and they're getting more revenue and more sales, everyone wins. So how can we help them do that? And so Yeah, a lot of that was really what surprised me. Every vendor has been super nice and really wanting to hear like, hey, how can we help each other? How can we help promote each other's brands and co-market together? So it's been really good.
That's awesome. What's been the downside of being at an event that big right away? Has it been kind of stressful? Is it hard to navigate the waters, if you will, or has there been a lot of? It's almost like a snap back into it, and you're ready to go again.
Yeah, it's a good point. A lot of it has been a muscle memory a little bit, but of course, whether it's flights, or logistics, or just getting everything set up, and then of course crowds, you get a little bit of the jitters like first day of school. So that's something the energy we've been feeling from everyone. Everyone kind of just excited to be here, but it's kind of like that first day of school or first day of college. That's kind of what it feels like. It's like more serious educational like things that you're learning, but it feels like kind of like that first day of college.
So that being said, so ping pong and events, like there's been this groundwork. We're on the second half of the year. We're going into Q3, Q4. Let's shift the focus a little bit more towards how we're at ping pong going to help people with Q3 and Q4. What are those conversations like with people? What are they most wanting to learn about? How are we going to help them provide the solutions moving forward here in the next half a year or so?
Exactly. So there's been a lot of interest in the NARF program recently, especially due to a lot of the businesses kind of either reducing manpower or employees, but still wanting to expand as they're getting a lot of online orders. So there's been a lot of questions around how can we help around that and make that process easier for them on the payment side. A lot of the sellers also didn't know that Amazon is charging anywhere 2 to 4% to just convert their international sales, as they're growing. So it's been a really much more of a not only an educational side, but also being like, hey, look, even if you don't decide to move with ping pong, just know that these are things you should keep an eye out for and be aware of.
Right, just being collaborative in that nature in terms of like be aware that this is a fee that you are going to have to deal with regardless of that capability.
Right.
Um, what's kind of okay? Here's a fun off the wall question. What's the best booth besides ping pongs that you've seen thus far there that's really caught your attention or eye?
Oh, definitely Gatita. I mean, they just have a really fun energy next to us. They've been filming like live movies. A guy was wearing the money suit yesterday. Just a lot of energy, a lot of good conversations with them. Then there's some really cool booths like Thrasio. Just has some really
Thrasio,
cool
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Thrasio. And then we have some of the other like even vendors are just like trying to create like a nice like home environment to like come hang out and sit. So it's been really nice. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, in the money suit, I know him personally, and that's Rob over at Gatita. So, Cashback Rob, or I don't know what he was calling himself there, but only short answers yesterday. So I'm sure he got a lot of buzz and popularity around in Vegas.
Yes,
So you have to
absolutely.
ask him if that's actually his suit or if that is rental.
There
So
we go.
that would be that's a curious nature. So Joe, the other things I want to ask you about would be state moving forward when people are starting to learn about ping pong international growth. What other things that people are not asking maybe about or that you want them to be aware of? Because as business starts to pick up, there's more collaboration going on. There's more eye on growing internationally, whether it be Canada, UK, Australia. What are the other things that you want them to be aware of?
Yeah, it really is the number of resources there are available to make that expansion and growth easy. So, what I've really been impressed with is how every point of the sale, from start to finish, for these Amazon sellers, there's a company that can help them with it. So everything from, like you mentioned, there's money back over here. Everything from the refunds, and the chargebacks to compliance and maybe even getting reinstated on Amazon if they've been suspended. So we've actually ran into a lot of really good e-commerce sellers who have unique products that end up falling in these general buckets that Amazon's flagging as high risk, etc. And they get flagged or deactivated for months. And they're just selling things like hand sanitizer or like durable tabletops that are clean, antimicrobial things. So it's really interesting to kind of see that there's a lot of similar experiences from everyone when it comes to some pain points with Amazon, but it's also nice to know that kind of everyone here has a solution to help them with that.
All right, and last question before I let you go and get back to work. Before your manager yells at you over there, what's the one thing you want to learn, or it's on kind of your list before the show's over, either tonight or going into tomorrow?
Yeah, I really want to continue to learn more about these, new VAT kind of regulations that keep getting discussed. And we know as a company, Ping Pong, we have our finger on the pulse to all these changes. But it seems like, as customers are, looking to expand, that's the main thing that's holding them back as well. What's going to happen? What's going to change? What can I do now to prepare for that? So yeah, that's certainly been something I want to learn more about, to be like, hey, look, whether you sign up now or in a few months, the idea is the sooner we can get you signed up, the sooner we can, walk you through this process together and make that smooth.
Amazing, man. Well, good stuff. Hey, thanks for allowing me to check in with you, boots on the ground. I know there's other exciting events that we'll be attending upcoming here as PingPong sponsors all these other events, but have fun out there, be safe, and tell everyone else I say hi out there. Supposedly my name's getting thrown around out there a lot, so it's good to know.
Sounds good. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. It's good hearing from you. Take care.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe. And again, everyone, if you're still at Prosper and you have, if you're getting a chance to actually go out there and you're still there, go ahead and check out PingPong at booth 2137. Again, that's 2137 in between Jungle Scout and Gatita. Make sure you go ahead and check them out there. If you're not at Prosper Show, like myself, I know you might be missing out, but there's obviously other easy ways to be able to connect with PingPong. If it's not in person, you can actually reach out and make sure that you go to pingpongpayments.com, or you can actually go to usa.pingpongx.com. Make sure you mention Crossover Commerce, or just you saw this on live show and you wanted to say hi on either the live stream, or you saw us at the live stream, or at just the show in general. Make sure you go ahead and say hi. Drop my name by there. The guys have been great over there at the PingPong booth, but make sure you go by and ask about PingPong payments and why it's important to grow your brand moving forward here in the next couple of quarters, and obviously moving as the brand elevates, continue to go forward there. But of course, I'm Ryan Cramer with PingPong Payments and Crossover Commerce. Make sure you tune in next week for live episodes and podcasts that we have going on there. But then also make sure you say hi to our friends over at Prosper. Fantastic events, and we're glad to see that events are back in 2021 here moving forward. If you're in Vegas, again, say hi to them. Don't be a stranger, and just learn more about PingPong Payments. Thanks again to my colleague Joe down there. Just say hi to him and let him know that you saw us here live on the Crossover Commerce and PingPong Payments channels. Take care, everyone. We'll catch you next time.